Hey everyone, so I am back with another video because I not only have one way to communicate, I have two. And in the beginning of the year, I started to read the Bible more. And I started in Proverbs, went to Hebrews, Deuteronomy, Joshua, all that stuff. And I basically I look at the Bible as a poem. The Bible is a poem to me of books because there's so many different books and their own story in it. So, like for example, I don't want to, like this is something that I actually, I just do it to myself. It's kind of weird. I'm sorry. Okay. For pressing milk produces curds, pressing the nose produces blood, and pressing anger produces strife. This is chapter 30. This is chapter 30, verse 33 in Hebrews. And basically, it's understanding that what you give your energy to will either bring you joy or pain. That's how I reiterate, that's how I reiterate things. I take a verse from that book or that story and I basically reiterate it. And the only how I know, excuse me, the only how I know that I am on the right track is when I feel the word, because the God wants the word etched in our hearts, right? And so when I began to read and write and it makes sense and I feel it, it's like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. So that's like, it was just something little as that. I'm not gonna read the whole thing because like I got a lot. But yeah. So that's what I do. That's what I did. And I've been doing this since January. I slowed up a little bit, but I was more so living my life and following the steps that were orchestrated for me to take. And this was one of the steps to express and show you guys a way to communicate with the higher power. And I am very, very, very nervous about sharing this because I feel like, when you're reading the Bible and you're writing, it's sacred to me. So it's not for everyone else to hear, but it's for people to understand that it's okay to interpret, excuse me, it's okay to interpret the Bible in your own words. As long as it's like how you like you're referencing the quote, like, oh, this is the quote that I'm referencing to. Like that's what it is. So yeah. But that's how I communicate. And me and God got a relationship that's dope. I just be chilling and living, and that's kind of how it's supposed to be. And I say kind of because there's always so much more you can learn and there's so many more questions I have. But yeah, this is just one of few. One of few. Clearly you just seen the second one, the first one. So the first video, let me say that. But yeah, it's I read, I write down the way each chapter is, and I just go from there. And I meditate on the word, and yeah, that's what I do so that I can get whatever download or whatever information that's needed for me at that time or at that moment. So, but all right, you guys, I'll see you guys in another video. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Yes, my camera is not the best, but hey, it's gonna work today, okay? It's gonna give the light it's supposed to give today, okay? But anywho, so for my first video, I was discussing the how to. What is your how to? Right? My how to is I have two. I have two. One of them was being able to read the cards and not like this, but the actual picture and conveying the message so that you'll be able to understand. So I will be able to help you. But what helps me is actually reading, reading the Bible and writing down in my own words what it is that that chapter and or that book is talking about. So yes, that is in fact what helps me. You know, everybody don't believe in God. So people don't read the Bible, people read other books and things like that. But like for example, I started back in January of this year because I decided to start the year off differently. And I started in January of this year. I started in Proverbs. And I then went to, I'm sorry, again, it's April, so yeah. But yes, I started in Proverbs, I was in Hebrews, Joshua, Deuteronomy. Yeah, I was in a whole bunch of different books.
Okay.
And so